And tonight we are shining a light on breaking records and putting female might on the podium. Amanda Galle is an incredible athlete in the boxing ring. She holds the world title in the International Boxing Organization bantamweight category, the first female to bring the IBO World Championship, a huge role model for girls and women. In addition to that, she's also an ambassador for Fight to End Cancer in honor of her mother and others who've been battling disease. And I'm so excited to have Amanda right here in the studio with me with the belt. Congratulations, Amanda, and welcome.
Thank you. Thank you so much for having me. A big thank you to Fight to End Cancer's Jennifer Huggins for giving me this opportunity. This is how I've come to meet Angie before and how I'm here today and sitting beside her. So thank you guys.
You know, talk to me about the belt is amazing. And we're already we're hearing in the control room, everything is awesome. But talk to me about what it means to have this belt. I mean, it is not an easy accomplishment, very, very difficult. And you've been, this is years and years and years of training.
Yes, I'm super proud, super proud. It is definitely the key to the next biggest milestone of my life, and that's to be an undisputed world champion, which for those that don't follow boxing, it's basically having all the world title belts by 5 different associations. So I have now earned one of the 5. That's my ultimate goal. I'm going to look to unify, which means go after another one and have 2. And then, that'll, bring me to putting all the belts that I have on the line to earn all 5 in total.
That is going to be quite the wall, Amanda, when that is all said and done.
I don't know if these can sit on a wall. They're a little bit heavy. We're going to need to make sure they're attached to studs.
Your career started in martial arts, which led you into boxing. But when we talk about sports like boxing, martial arts, whatnot, fighting for women, there's always a label, a stereotype. In your journey, how have you worked to eliminate that, to break it down?
Well, I get asked by, little girls, females all the time, that take an interest in martial arts or boxing. First and foremost, they want to learn how to defend themselves if they're older. And if they're younger, they just, want to be strong or punch hard or do what I'm doing. But that's looking at it from a physical lens. I would promote women doing martial arts or boxing more so for the mental, physical, and emotional benefits that are so attached to it. Being strong physically gets the mind strong mentally. And if you're mentally strong, then you can accomplish and, break barriers and overcome challenges in anything. And so I'm a fighter in the ring. And as you said, when you introduced me, it's about being a fighter in life. And life offers so many challenges and so many obstacles. So if I can, show these girls how to keep your hands up, or not only inside the ring or on the street, but keep your hands up for life and basically tackle any challenge, whether it's physical or emotional or mental, and overcome it. Then I've done my job.
Talk to me more about that conversation, that training that you do provide young girls. That's in addition, of course, to your own training. But what is that like, having these young kids come wanting the guidance from you, but then feeling like they're leaving the gym a little more empowered?
Yes, exactly. So when there's a young girl that comes in the studio, they'll see all my medals and now they'll see this, this second belt and it's hardware, right? And what I want them to understand is, through to achieving this hardware, there's a lot of challenges and there's a lot of hard work and dedication attached to it. So if I can explain to them that if you're very passionate and you work hard towards something, whether it's physical and it's something like boxing and it's sports or competition, and it can also be through academics, you work hard at it, you love it, you're passionate about it, you're going to succeed. And I hope that, my medals and my hardware, for little girls, they don't understand the concept yet, but I hope that through my story that's attached to me, I display that and they get a better understanding of being, disciplined and dedicated to something and achieving it feels good and it gains self-confidence, and building upon that, you can achieve anything.
You also mentioned the Fight to End Cancer, and we know that that's something that you've been a part of for a very long time. You have been fighting in and outside of the ring, raising money. Talk to me about the connection there, of course, to your mother, sadly, but the importance of keeping that momentum.
Yes, the Fight to End Cancer, it all started because my mom battled for 8 years and I fought alongside her. but I was the healthy one and able to fight physically. My mom had to fight mentally, emotionally, and physically because there's so much attached to battling, such a disease. There's the physical hardships, but there's also the emotional and mental hardships. One of them being, fearing death.
Yeah.
So I supported her by fighting physically, all that she couldn't fight physically. And, she motivated me. It was a partnership that we had, and we did together. And I fought right up into her last 2 weeks of living. And that's when I won my first Canadian title. And the slogan and the incentive for me to continue fighting is for me to, continue my life after her death. There's a big quote saying, "Please let me not die while you are living." And someone introduced that to me while she was, passing, and I stayed true to myself, true to my craft,
Yeah.
and put all my energy into it because I wanted to ensure that I have life after her death.
Yep.
And for anyone that is supporting someone that's battling,
Yep.
You need to be strong, and you need to, have enough strength in you and stability to be able to support them.
Thank you so much for that. We're out of time here, though. Thank you so much for this. All right, that is it for this episode of This Hour. Stay tuned. Top 3 tonight with Morello Fernandez is coming up next. I'll see you tomorrow.